In terms of how I'm feeling going into the season, I don't think that's really changed. I think the pressure's always going to be there, partly because I do put a little bit of pressure on myself to kind of be successful. So I don't think that'll ever change. Last year was an excellent season for us. We wish we could have went further, but in terms of what we set out to achieve, we probably just fell a little bit short, and a lot of that's to do with the players. The players came in, they bought into what we wanted to do right away, because it was a big change for them as well, with obviously Sam moving on. But in terms of this season, if I'm being completely honest, this is probably the worst time for me individually, where it's this build-up period towards pre-season. You're always thinking about, are we going to be good, are things going to go to plan? So I just can't wait to get started with the pre-season. The pressure and expectation, I don't think will ever leave us, because as a school we put pressure and demand certain expectations. We do that with our players, we demand it, and we'll also demand it as a staff. So we have to push ourselves to be the best we possibly can, but I don't think that pressure ever subsides, to be honest. In terms of the incoming class, we're very excited about them. We have 8 new players coming in. I think they're all very versatile in terms of playing positions, and I think they're going to give us some very good options from a playing style point of view. Off the field, they're all great people. They're all going to be people who fit into our culture and how we like to do things here at Embry-Riddle, but some of them we've known for a little bit longer than others, but we're very excited and very happy with the incoming group. I think having the 2 of them returning is a big bonus for us. Obviously getting that COVID year, and they come back for their final year here at Embry-Riddle. They give us great options with attack, but I don't want to kind of put too much pressure on the 2, because they're obviously going to be players that a lot of teams already know about. So for us, it's important as a staff that we kind of add different attacking weapons to the team, and I think with the incoming group and the other returning group, we do have very good options, and it's up to us to try and figure out a way to get the best out of our players, no matter who plays and what position they play. But the 2 that you've mentioned have obviously been excellent for us over their careers here. Very kind of decorated players in terms of awards on and off the field, and we fully expect them to be the same this year. So very excited with the 2 coming back, but overall very excited with the group. In terms of being at the top of the league, for me, I think consistency is huge in this conference. It's a very unforgiving conference in terms of you can't afford to take a night off because anyone can beat you, and for us the consistency is a key element. I think we have enough experience now in the conference to know what it takes, but you also need a lot of luck, and I think this year is going to be no different in terms of keeping your players healthy and free from injury. You need some decisions to go your way in the games, but for us the consistency is very important. We want to get the team in right away during pre-season and be able to kind of get to work and prepare properly, because as I say, a lot of good coaches in the conference, a lot of good players in the conference, and I fully expect this year to be the toughest it's been so far. But if I could kind of narrow it down to one thing, I think consistency and being able to perform at a high level every game. I think the game we're looking forward to most. There's a few, to be honest. There's a lot of good teams that we'll play against, but I think it's always exciting and enjoyable to play against Columbus State. Over the years we've had some very good games against them. They're a very well coached team, full of good players, and it's always an enjoyable game. This year we'll play them up there in Georgia, so it's usually a good trip for us, and it's a good opportunity for the players to kind of bond and mix together right after the pre-season. So the Columbus State game is always an enjoyable one. In terms of the squad and an overview, it's a good mixture. That's how we feel as a staff. We have some very experienced players who are returning. Some are in the 4th and 5th years, and then we have a lot of incoming players, like previously mentioned. We have 8 incoming new ones. But in terms of freshmen and sophomore, we have 18 players on the roster, so it's a very good mix, and I think that youthful element of the team will help us. Expectations are always to be the best that we possibly can. I think it's something that we pride ourselves on here at Embry-Riddle. We want to be winning. We want to be winning championships and conference tournaments, and that never changes. So for us, the expectation is always be the best that we possibly can. We've challenged the players to come in and be at a good level of fitness before they get here, and as I say, I think that's very important for us. You also need a bit of luck, because it's a very, very tough conference, and there's a lot of good teams and a lot of good players in this conference, and that's why we believe it's the toughest conference in the country at our level. But expectations for us won't change. We always want to be the best.